One Style Your Life podcast. I am Sharon. I am the designer, creative, and style instigator. This show is about helping women find their boldness. For me, it was harder to find my boldness. It took me years. And so, find your boldness in your life, find your boldness in your wardrobe, find your boldness just everywhere. So, pull up, grab a seat. I hope you have your cocktails, water, or wine, and let's get it started. Good evening, Takora. Because real queens just don't chill. We slay, we wear our power, and we drag and flow over here in the glare. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do, honey. So come on in, say hello, say good morning. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm so excited about today because it is our loud era. It is our loud era. I am going through this whole entire metamorphosis, and I gotta tell you, it is. Why did this not happen when I was in my 20s? And this is what's up, gay? Like, I feel like I'm missing everybody. Like, I think we're just gonna come back to Facebook from school because I can't do it. I just can't. It's too much. It's too much. I miss my people. I miss my people. I miss my people. Okay. I feel disconnected and I don't know what's happening with you guys. Stop it. What's up, gay? What are you doing in life? This is your loud era, and we are going to stop playing small. So today, I thought that I just been living. And so I was like, I thought I could do this every week, but then I realized, I could probably do it twice a month and maybe drop like just videos. And so that's probably what I will do because it makes it a lot easier for me with everything else that I'm doing until I find a rhythm and thing with that. Hey, Gwen, how are you? How are you, beloved? Uh, um, okay. Sorry, I got distracted. I need to close out my emails because I got distracted. If you are on YouTube, I am broadcasting from YouTube as well as Facebook. So let me do some housekeeping here and share out to where is it? And then we're gonna get started. I just need 30 minutes of your time, and then we're gonna be off and popping. Oh, I don't even see the live on Facebook. Technology, just stay teching. Hey Gwen, how are you? No, wrong. Wrong. It's Monday, and you know what that means. Plus, I cannot wait for a sleigh deal this week because it's about to be lit, as always. Thank you guys for sharing. To all who shared, I appreciate it. All right. Okay. So today it's about your loud era. And so we live in a society that tells us, like I grew up, right? Uh, Women should be silent. You shouldn't be heard. You should be seen, not heard. All the things that teaches us to just fade to the back. And I gotta tell you, who can relate? It took me And I'm still unlearning a lot of those conditionings, which is fine because that was the time that it was. But now we're adults, and a lot, me included, still stay silent when it comes to certain things, kind of fade to the black. And I know you guys are going, wet. I gotta tell you, I hide in plain sight. Are you a hider in plain sight? I can hide and be in a room and still be bold and boisterous, but still hide. You know what I mean? Right? I can still hide, which is insane. And most people think that I'm an extrovert, but no. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people. Hey girl, hey Christy, hey EO. Why? What's that word when you're an introvert and an extrovert all together? An aminovert? Aminovert. Hey Nicole, how are you, my love? Um, so today our topic is this is your loud era. Stop playing it small. What's up, Odessa? And so today what I usually freestyle it, but when I'm doing these lives, I have notes so I can stay on track and task and make sure that I'm giving you information that is amnivert, ambivert, amnivert, amivert, girl, that word, ambivert. That's what I am, right? So we need to stop playing small. We need to open our mouths. It could be in our jobs. It could be the way that somebody is treating you. It could be the way that even your friend, that you've let things go for years. But for me, it's how are we styling ourselves? How are we showing up in our life when it comes to our clothes, our wardrobes? I shared the last time that I was live that working in New York City, I was a black wearer. Me wearing black, head to toe, wearing all black all the time. I had just different shades of black. There was the blue black, a green black, and an orangish undertone of a black, right? That's the blacks that I had. They just closet of blacks, sea of blacks. I could wear the same thing every day and probably nobody would even notice because you're wearing black. Your bag is black, your shoes is black, your umbrella is black. I don't even have a black umbrella now. I got colorful orange umbrella, a leopard umbrella, a zebra umbrella. I have colors now, right? Because this is my love language to myself. I come alive with color. What is that one thing that make you come alive? Hey, hey, Michelle, how are you, Queen? I am here to remind you that it is okay to be loud and show up in all of your boldness. I mean, not loud screaming down the street, but loud in your personality, loud in the way that you show up, like that, right? First of all, you cannot be a guangyal and not show up boldly and just so sexy as yourself because it takes a if you hear, you know what I'm talking about. You do that. No more dressing like a watered down version of yourself. So what? You got a belly. So what? You got no booty. So what? Your arms are jingly. So what? So what? Your thighs are wrinkly. So what? You got cellulite. So what? I said this the last time. This is the youngest that your body will ever be in this moment, in this second. We need to start appreciating it. We need to start loving on it. And we need to stop the bad self talk to ourselves. This changes everything when you could do that. So what? Right? When she started saying shit, did you guys name the voice in your head? Hey, Queen, how are you? Hey, Miss Tell, how are you? I ain't seen you in a minute. That part, right? What's up, Frankie? It's so essential that we do these things Tonight we're going to get real. Tonight we're going to pull off some band-aids. Tonight we're going to talk. And sometimes I share stories about what I've been going through. And right now I am going through a transition in my life. And women tend to do that when we hit certain ages. I'm hormonal. You see, I'm starting to sweat right now. Okay? Judge yourself. Okay? This is what happens. I get excited and I start sweating. I drink wine and I start sweating. I drink any kind of alcohol a little bit and I start sweating. So what? I can't be ashamed that my body is doing what my body does. Right? We got to stop making the world make us feel bad for who we are and what we don't have. Right? Oh my God, go somewhere. Number one. So I'm going to give you 3 tips and a bonus. Judge yourself, sis. Judge yourself. I am a lady of a particular age, okay? I grow hair on my chinny chin chin. Shit, now it's trying to come on my lip. Like, girl, I'm unable, okay? Unable. So what's going to happen, we're going to give you 3 steps, tips, a bonus, and some journal prompts. And remember, I have journals, some amazing, sexy, alluring journals. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you guys in case you haven't seen my journals. I'm working on some new girls, right? So these are all my art. This one says, be rooted, be radiant, and be unstoppable on the back. On her spine, she says, strength is found in every stripe of your story. And the last one, oh my God, she's so good. Just so good. Just moods, man. Just moods. And I am a journaler, right? And this one says, you are the masterpiece and the muse, right? So these are my artwork. They come on t-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, and I'm going to add the racer backs for summer coming in. But you can definitely grab those because they're amazing. Thank you, Christy. Hey, Lavisa, how are you, queen? So, number 1, silence ain't your style, sis. Number 1, silence, it is not your style. You've been quiet long enough. Maybe you were born and raised to not make noise, to be polite, to wait your turn. Sounds familiar? We are in that particular generation. This is the way we were grown up. Girls need to obey. Girls need to listen. I don't even know how to obey. My mama said I was always that one that just didn't listen. I don't know how to obey. It's not an accident that I run my own company, because I don't, girl, I don't like it. I don't like it, right? Silence in your style. So, what that taught you when you were young and being trained in your formative years, and again, it is nobody's fault. I hate when grown-ups still, as we are in our 40s and up, are still blaming their parents for certain things. This was the time that we lived in, and this was what they knew to do. So this is what they've done. And so I feel like taking responsibility for the action. I mean, of course, there's excruciating circumstances, right? But cultural things that were taught to us, it is nobody's fault. That's what it was. Guess what? Your children are going to grow up and still say you did something wrong. And my grandchildren will grow up and say that, because it's, you just do the best that you could. So we can't blame them for this at all. It's no blaming. It's no pointing of a finger. So you learn to silence in your style. I did that. You silenced in your boundaries, and you silence your truth, right? So being silent, learning to fade to the back, it shows up in other parts of your life as well. The way you dress, the way you speak, the way you create the boundaries, the way you uh handle relationships in your life. All of it is part of it. And it's so essential. Uh and you didn't come this far to be quiet. I know a lot of you personally. You are boss ladies in your life. You have businesses. You have high jobs in your high title jobs in your field. You are not you are not by any means not worthy. You are not any means playing it small when it comes to those kind of things in your career choices. But we still play it small in a lot of things. Hey Sharon, how are you, Queen? A lot of other things in our lives. And I want to empower you to dig deep. Dig deep and dig inside. Your journal prompts for today is, where in my life have I been quiet when I wanted to be loud? Listen, I got to tell you too, when I worked in corporate, and then another time that was me playing it and another time that I pulled back from being my bold self is when I started gaining weight. I was never a uberly big girl, but as my hormone changed, I started bloating out. My body started changing. I did not understand what was happening. I didn't understand. I didn't understand how to dress her, because the body that I had, the stuff that I wore before, weren't comfortable. I didn't like seeing myself in it. Yeah, even if I got my size that was up, it was like, that's not as pleasing as I thought. And so we got to give ourselves grace when our body is changing, because of what it does naturally, especially for women. We do not talk about these hormonal changes enough. We don't give ourselves grace enough, right? We hold ourselves to standards from these internet streets. For what? You don't know these celebrities. They got cooks, trainers, all the things. We're not doing that. What would you say? Another prompt. What would you say? What would I say if I wasn't worried about being too much? Girl, I'm trying to be a good girl today. I am trying to be a good girl today and not get in trouble. Okay? So I won't even answer that on these internet streets. So what would I say? No, I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just not. I'm just not. Number two. What time is it? Okay. We got a little bit more time. Number two, you're not too loud. They're just not ready for you. You're not too loud. Let's be real. You've been shrinking to fit into rooms you've already outgrown. Shrinking your joy, your voice, your style, just to make others feel comfortable about themselves. But their discomfort isn't your problem. You're not too loud. They're just not used to the woman that you have become or becoming. right? The other day we went plant shopping, and I came out like in a long, dragging thing. And I was just wearing jeans and a tank top and some flippity flops. And it's like, wait, what? Girl, we just going to the nursery. Why you gotta be? I'm comfortable like this. They weren't saying it in a bad way. But old Sharon might have took that as an insult. What's up, Dina? Old Sharon might have took that as an insult. New Sharon, I was like, I flipped my braids and kept it moving, child. That was it. That's all that you have to do. Journal prompt here is, where have I been dimming my light to make someone else feel better about themselves? I don't have those people in my life anymore, so I don't have to dim my light. Where have I been dimming my light to make someone feel better? And I gotta tell you, sometimes that might be you. You might be the person you are dimming your light from. Let that sink in. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Anybody care to share where they've been dimming their lights? Don't call no name. You ain't gotta, you gotta call no name. You just gotta share. The other prompt, and that's real life. And the reason that I know that, let me share a story. So I'm a part of this women empowerment group, because I feel like growth is always necessary, because we therapy is always, not always, but always good to have in your back pocket. I don't always be in therapy. Is when I go and I need it, I go. But part of this woman empowerment group, and the question was, let me pull it up, because hold on, as I take notes, child. The question was something like that, like, what are you hiding from in your life? And I had to say myself. And that's why I said that. And then it was a dialogue back and forth with me and the teacher, to the point that I was crying, because I was like, oh shit. I I didn't even see that. So we got to get so comfortable with making our own self uncomfortable and digging to get the answers, to unearth these things, because a lot of us are operating on old old programming that no longer serves us. However, we are not brave enough to go over there and ask ourselves the questions. Ask ourselves the questions. Poke at ourselves. We're not bold enough to break ourselves wide open, so that now we can see what that programming is, and do we need it? Is it serving me now that I'm a grown up? Now that I've become this woman? Now that I am becoming another person? Is it serving me? And I walked away with a whole lot of things from that. Cooperate with the change in your life. If it's coming, that means that it's time. Something feels off, listen to spirit, listen to your body, right? I already know in my body when I am unsure of something, where it shows up in my body, whether it's real fear or it's just in my head, right? And so I pay attention to those things too. It's been a journey. I will not use old programming in this part of my life. We should, none of us should, right? Second prompt for number 2 is, what part of me is ready to come out and stop asking for permission? What part of you? Is there a part of yourself that you just keep pushing back in the closet because you're like, the world ain't ready for it. Ah, ah. In my 30s, I would have never gone blonde. Oh my God. What? This is this is this is bold. To be blonde. You're not fading to the back anymore. It's just not happening. All right. Last but not least, 3. Thank you, Christy. Visibility is vulnerability and it's powerful. Being seen is scary, especially if you've ever been mocked, dismissed, or overlooked. But hiding doesn't keep you safe either. It keeps you stuck, it keeps you hidden, it keeps you silent. Letting yourself become visible isn't a weakness. It is the boldest power move that you could ever make. The way that I show up is in my fashions. The way that I show up is wearing bold prints. The way that I show up is what makes me absolutely unapologetically happy. That's the way that I show up, right? Oh my God. I got this really great cup from a queen and I love it because it's orange and it has my name on it. Like, what? What could be better? Like, win for me. All right. The prompt for number 3 is, what outfit makes you feel the most like yourself? What outfit makes you feel the most like yourself? When I look back at old pictures, I've been showing my big shoulders. And I got teased by that, right? So I've been showing my shoulders. So no wonder I love our Life and Mica top, because they're tube tops. I get to show my shoulders, I get to shimmy, I get to feel sexy. That to me is everything. My shoulder cleavage and my big juicy back. So what? Right? I love that. Number 2, how can I use my style to tell the world exactly who I am? Imagine. How would you do that? All right, our bonus. Your style should scream, I'm here. Does your style scream that you are here? Let's talk about it. Is your closet expressing who you really are or who you used to be? And we've talked about this before. As we age, we women always change. In my research, women change like every 5 years. We just kind of morph into a new being. We change into a new person. We become a new person. Your clothing are not just fabric, they're frequency. It is how you show up in the world. It's how you walk into a room. You deserve to walk into a room and your energy hits a little bit different. Your energy enters the room before you do. When you feel confident, when you've done the internal work, I mean, you're going to be unstoppable. Like literally. This is not time to stay quiet. In the black and the beige, unless it's our black on black collection that we had in January. That was it January, February? That was everything. That black on black, that was everything. Because there was texture, there was depth, so that's different. This is your season to be bold in statement, bold in style, and bold in the way that you show up in the world. Be bold in your jewelry, be bold in your eyewear, be bold in your bags, be bold in your shoes. Just be bold. Be bold in your acts in this world because you deserve it. You deserve everything that this world has to give. I know that we live in a world that marginalizes us and says that we are not important and we are not amazing, but we are. We are. And so our last prompt is, how can I use my style to tell the world who exactly I am? How can you? They know who I am when I'm coming. They know. They know. They know Christy when she coming, right? You you invite Christy somewhere, she's wearing a dress with a train, and girl, you just said, yo, it was cocktail, sis. Why are you here with a dress with a whole train down the street, up the block? Ma'am, what are we doing? However, because she feels comfortable and we don't care what everybody else has to say. I need everybody to flex that I don't muscle and just show up, right? Read these prompts back to yourself, write some, do the work. I love to spend time with myself in the morning. I rise differently now. I don't jump out of bed. I don't run into the day. I take my time. I rise easy in prayer and affirmation. And then I sit up and my journal is right there and I journal. And it's always in gratitude for the moment, for my body, for the skin that I'm in whatever phase of my life it is. When you rise with gratitude, the day is better. I guess I'm fortunate because I don't have kids, I don't have dogs, and I don't have no cats. I'm just a plant mom. I have plants. And that to me is everything, right? Anybody got any questions, concerns? Save your outburst for Christy. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you are watching the replay, absolutely say hello. Right? Okay, you was writing what I said. All right, queens. If nobody told you today, you are bold, brilliant, amazing, gorgeous, and you are that girl. And you are becoming her. You are brave. You're amazing. You can do all the things all the time. This is your loud era. Stop playing it small in any facet of your life. If it feels uncomfortable, change it. This is your right. This is your birthright. We don't have to ask permission to change. We don't have to ask permission to wear prints. We don't have to ask permission to style ourselves different. We don't have to ask. I I don't. Those is one of the words that I can't say Englishy. So for all my American friends who are going, what is she saying? I am saying ask. ASK. Okay. I'm saying as you are welcome, Michelle. I'm saying, you know what I mean. Make sure that you subscribe, you share with your girls, and meet me back here for Guan Style Your Life, our next episode. Until then, slay on purpose, live out loud, and don't forget that style is your superpower. I love you guys all the way to wholeness. I will talk to you later.